Hi, you guys. Welcome to Audrey's reading area. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shout out to my grandbabies, Korea, Sanaa, David the Third, and Kaden. Mwah, 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 mwah. I love you guys. I miss you so much. Anyway, do you all know what today is? You got it. June 19th is what? It is now a federal holiday called Juneteenth. Juneteenth. 1865, Juneteenth. So I'll be reading you a little bit about that from my phone this time. Please don't forget to click like and don't forget to click share and don't forget to go to YouTube, look for Audrey's Reading Area. And smash that subscribe button for me. Smash it up. All right, you guys. Try to match Juneteenth colors. Yes, for the culture. So you guys, Juneteenth. It says Juneteenth is a federal holiday in the United States commemorating the emancipation of enslaved African Americans. Deriving its name from combining June and 19th, it is celebrated on the anniversary of the order by Major General Gordon Granger, proclaiming freedom for enslaved people in Texas on June 19, 1865. 1865. So people ask all these different questions. What is Juneteenth and why is it a holiday? It's an annual holiday observing the end of slavery in the U.S. It marks the day, June 19th, 1865, when news of emancipation reached people in the deepest part of the former Confederacy in Galveston, Texas. I've been to Galveston. Okay. It says, is it okay to say Happy Juneteenth? Just say Happy Juneteenth. Just say it. Similar to Black History Month and other important anniversaries to Black Americans, it is important to acknowledge it as an American holiday. Even if you do not celebrate it, just acknowledge it. Okay, so our banks close on Juneteenth. Juneteenth is a banking holiday observed by the Federal Reserve. That means most major banks like Bank of America, Chase, and Wells Fargo will be closed. Yes, it's closed because it is considered a federal holiday. So it says, let me see, will there be mail delivery on June 19th? Nope. Federal holiday. United States Postal Service of offices will not be open on Juneteenth. Does the mail run on Juneteenth 2023? Is there mail delivery? There will be no regular mail delivery on Juneteenth. No, no, no. Okay. So let's see. Let me pull up some images of what they have posted for Juneteenth. They have all of these different things for Juneteenth. Power to the people. Juneteenth. Let's see. I like this one. Juneteenth. They have a couple more like that. Nice. Juneteenth. Cute, right? Juneteenth. Let's see what else. Trying to make it big so you can see this Juneteenth. So if you have any more questions, I think I've covered everything that people might ask about Juneteenth. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool, right? Juneteenth. It's like our Independence Day. It's like our Black people's 4th of July. Yeah. This is the day we celebrate. Let me see. What else can I find about Juneteenth? What is Juneteenth? The first Juneteenth, the people of Texas were informed that in accordance with a proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free. This involves an absolute equality of personal rights and rights of property between former masters and slaves, and the connection heretofore existing between them becomes that between employee and hired labor, meaning somebody's yours. If you have slaves, you can no longer think of them as beneath you and slaves. You have to make them your employee, and you have to pay them now. That's what that means. They are informed that they will not be allowed to collect any military post and that they will not be supported in idleness either there or elsewhere. That says General Orders Number 3, Headquarters District of Texas, Galveston, June 19, 1865. Let's see. What else can I say about Juneteenth? It has some pictures here. What is Juneteenth? Juneteenth commemorates an effective end of slavery in the United States. I'm loving it. Juneteenth is short for June 19th, marks the day when federal troops arrived in Galveston, Texas in 1865 to take control of the state and ensure that all enslaved people are freed. The troops' arrival came to a full 2.5 years after the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation. They didn't want to let the slaves go, so they had to send in the troops. They had to send in the military to make sure they were not still keeping black people or any people as slaves. Juneteenth honors the end to slavery in the United States and is considered the longest running African American holiday. On June 17, 2021, it officially became a federal holiday. 2 years ago, officially became a federal holiday. Juneteenth 2023 will occur on Monday, June 19th. I'm saying. The Emancipation Proclamation issued by President Abraham Lincoln on January 1st, 1863, had established that all enslaved people in Confederate states in rebellion against the Union shall be thenceforward and forever free. Let me scroll up and read a part that I missed. Confederate General Robert E. Lee had surrendered at Appomattox Courthouse 2 months earlier in Virginia, but slavery had remained relatively unaffected in Texas until U.S. General Gordon Granger stood on Texas soil and read General Orders Number 3. The people of Texas are informed that in accordance with a proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free. So, but in reality, it says, but in reality, the Emancipation Proclamation didn't instantly free any enslaved people. The proclamation only applied to places under Confederate control and not to slave-holding border states or rebel areas already under Union control. However, as Northern troops advanced into the Confederate South, many enslaved people fled behind Union lines. Juneteenth and slavery in Texas. After the war, in Texas, slavery had continued as the state experienced no large-scale fighting or significant presence of Union troops. Many enslavers from outside the Lone Star State had moved there as they viewed it as a safe haven for slavery. After the war came to a close in the spring of 1865, General Granger's arrival in Galveston that June signaled freedom for Texas's 250,000 enslaved people. Enslaved people. Although emancipation didn't happen overnight for everyone, in some cases, enslavers withheld the information, didn't tell the slaves that they were free, withheld the information until after harvest season. So they didn't tell these people that they were free until after they finished making them work for free. Okay? Celebrations broke out among newly freed black people, and Juneteenth was born. That December, slavery in America was formally abolished with the adoption of the 13th Amendment. Okay? So do you guys want me to read the rest? It's not too much more. The year following 1865, freedmen in Texas organized the first of what became the annual celebration of Jubilee Day on June 19th. June 19th. In the ensuing decades, Juneteenth commemorates featured music, barbecues, prayer services, and other activities. And as black people migrated from Texas to other parts of the country, the Juneteenth tradition spread. So everybody just started celebrating on June 19th. In 1979, Texas became the first state to make Juneteenth an official holiday. Several others followed suit over the years. In June 2021, Congress passed a resolution establishing Juneteenth as a federal holiday. President Biden signed it into law on June 17, 2021. That was signed in law by President Joe Biden. Okay? So, and there it is, Juneteenth. So if you didn't know, now you know. Juneteenth. All right, you guys. Shout out to my mom for always being here and listening to me read these fun and exciting stories. Sometimes educational, right? Sometimes cultural. And this covers it all. This also covers inspiration, doesn't it? So hope it inspires you. Get out, celebrate. Hope you did. So, you guys, I'm so glad we had this time together. I will see you tomorrow again live, Live, live at 8. Alexa, what time is Audrey's reading area?
Audrey Reads in her area live at 8 o'clock p.m.
And I will see you tomorrow. Don't miss Audrey's reading area tomorrow, live at 8.